Alright, this is going to be a little tutorial on how to do the hookshot jump using the map buffering method. Up until now, normally you can't use pause buffering or save and quit buffering to do Rooster skip because you're not actually able to pause until your hookshot animation has ended, at which point you're no longer able to do the hookshot jump trick. However, there is a method to do it using the map menu that I used a little bit while I was learning the trick. The only other method I know of is using save and quit, which Ducky has used to success. However, it's kind of unintuitive and not a lot of people have been able to figure it out. This method, although it is, I would say, very reliable, it is very slow compared to an unbuffered Rooster skip. However, even considering that, it should be roughly at least 15 to 25 seconds faster than getting the Rooster, and that's assuming you get very bad luck. Essentially what we're going to do is we're going to be using the pause screen to buffer instead of the map screen to buffer instead of the pause or save and quit screen, which the other methods use. Now, like Rooster skip, the setup is still the same. You want to wall clip into this wall here and get yourself into position. Actually, that was pretty bad. Alright, now you pull out the hook shot. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to shoot the hook shot left, or the direction you want to jump in, and hold down the map button. Now what this lets you do is it lets you buffer this, so that on the very first frame available, the map screen will be brought up. And we can use a visual cue from this to know whether or not we're going to be able to buffer the jump input, letting us do a very easy hookshot jump. Now basically what it's going to look like is, as long as you're holding a D-pad direction, two things will happen that you'll notice Link do. One, when you go into the map screen, Link's body will move, and this will mean that you can't actually buffer the jump and you'll have to redo the process again. The second possible option is that Link won't move at all, and this means that it actually did work and you will be able to buffer the jump. And by buffering, all I mean is that the order of buttons you're going to press is you're going to shoot your hookshot to the left or right or whatever, just any direction, so that you'll be able to distinguish between, you know, when you're able to buffer the jump or not by telling whether or not Link moves in that direction. If Link doesn't move when you fade into the map screen, this means you're okay to go. So that means that when you unpause from the map screen and the fade out transition is going, you want to hold the direction you want to jump in and the jump button, and Link will automatically jump. Now given that this is Rooster skip and you need to do the hookshot jump twice, you need to do this process 2 times. So I'll do it really quickly to show you how it's done. I'm going to shoot the hookshot, hold down the map. Now the first time you saw Link didn't move when I faded into the map screen. And this meant I actually got a little bit lucky. I was able to immediately get a first try jump the first time. Basically what happens when you see Link not move is that you just, like I said before, hold the direction you want to jump in and hold the jump button while this map screen fades back into the game screen, and Link will automatically jump. And then you just use the hookshot again and bring up the map screen again and do the trick twice to get across Rooster skip. So that time it didn't work, so we've got to use the hookshot again. Let me just do it from the beginning. Now, Link moved that time, even very subtly, but you need to be able to look out for that. If he moves even a little bit, it means it won't work. Okay, he didn't move that time, so it'll work. He also didn't move that time, so this will work. So, it makes the execution of this trick extremely easy, even though initially it might seem a little bit unintuitive. Although I hope I'm doing an okay job of explaining like what to look out for and how to make it work. Ultimately, it's something that you'll have to toy around with just a little bit to get a good grasp of. Now, the second thing I need to explain about this is that There are safe zones where you can bounce and juggle the hook shot and not be at risk of falling into the pit. From what I've gathered in my experience running this game and toying around with Hookshot Jump and practicing it, basically there are little zones where you can juggle the hook shot infinitely if you wanted to, and as long as you keep juggling it in a direction that stays within those zones, you actually won't fall into the pit. It's not a counter or whatever, you know, if you jump and throw a hook shot, you only have 5 attempts or anything like that. It's actually just a positioning thing. Now, the safe zones for this are generally right here, right on the edge of the top left and bottom right corner of this little pillar thing. Generally right in here, and then right in here are the safe zones. The second jump can be kind of tricky because if you jump too far, like over here, you'll fall in the hole. Or if you jump too little, generally right around here in the middle of the edge of this pillar thing, you'll fall in. So I'll try and show you what I mean. Now Link will slowly make his way toward this zone, right in the middle. Should be only 1 or 2 tries now. And there. So actually, you can juggle this trick forever if you want to, and it makes it a lot easier to execute. You just have to learn to avoid these zones. So stay within these zones here. Now the way to actually juggle them is, you know, you just face the direction you want to go and throw your hook shot out like that. And you can do the jump while holding the jump and the D-pad in the opposite direction that you're facing. So I'll show that right now. If I can get there. It's not playing nice right now, but I want to be able to demonstrate this. Okay. So as you can see, I was actually looking right. However, even if you're not looking in the direction you want to jump, you can still hold the D-pad and the jump button and go into a totally different direction if you want. So this opens up a lot of possibilities for juggling yourself around the safe zones. So you don't actually have to hookshot yourself towards the direction you want to jump. So that means, if you want to, you can just like juggle yourself around this area all day, giving yourself theoretically, like, honestly, a basically infinite amount of chances once you get accustomed to how finicky this trick can be. So again, just one last time. The only hard thing that remains about this trick using this method is you do need the setup, and that means something that you will have to practice. So, okay, Link moved, no jump. Link didn't move, I can jump. So now I'm going to release the map screen by pressing select again, and as it's fading out, I'm going to hold left and the jump button, and then really quickly spam down in the hookshot to throw the hookshot out before I fall into the pit, and repeat the process once more. Whether or not you get it is RNG. However, whether or not you get the right frame is RNG. However, it is faster than getting the Rooster, and it is a great deal safer than doing an an unbuffered Rooster skip if you're not confident in your abilities to do the trick. So, like I said, all you have to do is just practice around with it. It's actually really simple once you learn how to do it. Just keep in mind that these are the safe zones for juggling yourself with the hook shot. Anything around this area, you don't want to go anywhere near. Especially right here, right in the middle of the top of this little pillar thing. And right along the edge of the top left corner can also be a little bit dangerous. But like I said, it's something you'll have to practice. Now, I'll show you really quickly the hookshot jump in the bird key. Eagle Tower, I mean. If I can find it. Now, again, same principle applies, being the danger zones, and this is where I used to screw this trick up a lot, and I see other people screw this trick up a lot. Basically, the way the zoning in this area works is right along here, all along the bottom. Stay the hell away from there. This is the danger zone, and I will demonstrate that to you really quickly. You jump like that, near the bottom, horizontally. The trick is much difficult to do because you don't get as many chances because, as you can see, right along here is where you fall into the pit. So you want to stay away from there, and instead, a better way to set yourself up for success is to do the jump from here, along the top ledge. And now, what you're going to want to do is basically, you're going to want to jump, throw the thing across, and then you're going to want to hold up and left while using the hook shot. Doing this actually does let you direct the movement you go when you use the hook shot a little bit, so this will really minimize the risk you have of falling in the pit. So again, holding up and left the entire time you throw the hook shot out so you don't gravitate. Okay, I figured it out. I haven't done this in a long time, so I forgot about the nuances a bit. You can't actually hold up and left while doing this segment. That was my mistake. I got the method mixed up for unbuffered. Yeah, you can't actually hold up and left doing this little segment here, because that actually does mess with the buffering method a little bit. However, the same principle applies. Avoid this area here. And you should be fine. I will probably edit all those failed attempts out, because that was kind of silly, not conducive to a tutorial video. I totally spaced out on saying this, so I'll say it now. Shoutouts to Wanglicious at twitch.tv/Wanglicious. For finding this strategy. He is the person who found it, and it's a really good strategy. He probably should have advertised it a bit more, because I know a lot of the people trying to learn this game struggle with the hookshot jump, and learning it unbuffered can seem really daunting, and this offers a really good viable strategy, because I know there's been a little bit of a recent interest in doing 100%, and unfortunately 100% the routing requires being able to do Rooster skip, so hope this was helpful. If you have any questions, again, feel free to PM me on my YouTube or my Twitch at twitch.tv/LeonPowPow. Or you can hit me up on SRL IRC. My name on there is Leon Kowalski. And yeah, hope this was helpful.